Welcome everybody. Second day, game four
Four?
just
Yeah,
ended.
game four.
Game
Yeah,
four
game
just
four.
ended. Me and Austin were watching it. Oh yeah, where is Austin and Ollie? Sorry guys, I don't know if you guys forgot who you guys are, but that's us. We talk about sports every now and then, and we get 100K views on our Instagram reel.
Hey, come
Every
on
every
now.
now
You
and
ain't
then.
gotta
Every
you
now
ain't
and then.
gotta
I'm
flex
just
like that.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Hey, it would be nice to transition over here, maybe
Right?
maybe
Yeah.
throw a follow, maybe throw a subscribe, maybe a
Someone
like.
help Austin out, man. He's over here still complaining. He doesn't care about the Instagram, TikTok views. He wants podcast views.
Yeah, we need the podcast listens, the podcast views, the impressions on that. Maybe let's transition it over a little bit. That'd be kind of nice.
That would be nice. But I appreciate everything that we get. So I'm just letting you guys know that right now. It's
Yeah,
Austin the one being
yeah.
stingy. Okay.
No. I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative. I don't want you to switch up on me. Like I am appreciative. I'm just saying, hey, let's
All
balance it
right.
out a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay. So let's get to it, man. So yeah, that just showed. I think we just saw the full Texas Ranger Express just like
The
today.
Yeah, I think the full experience was kind of there. I think
You saw the
it's
boom
the
and you saw the bust clearly.
uh, yeah, I
So
think
me and
that
Austin watched it together, and he left pretty early because it was out of hand as he should. I think it was like 10-0 at the time, 10-1.
yeah,
And we definitely left at two different moods. I'll tell you that. I didn't leave until the last
yeah.
pitch because I know this damn baseball team. So I'll let you go ahead and take it from here.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Yeah, so left at the 5th inning because we had a little drive back and
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that I was back in time. That way we didn't have to worry about recording late. But I mean, we still recorded like 30 minutes later than we should have because the bullpen problems that we've kind of been having. I guess we haven't really had them in the postseason, but the bullpen problems that we've had kind of showed back up. I mean, I think Brock Burke gets is like his first action all
From
postseason.
all postseason. Yeah, he wasn't on the
Yeah,
postseason roster. Mhm.
yeah. I mean, obviously, right? Like Adolis Garcia, Max Scherzer go down. I don't think we mentioned that, but they went down
Hmm.
yesterday, and then they're done for the rest of the series. So Ezekiel Duran and then Brock Burke got activated for them, and Brock Burke actually pitched today, and I think he lasted one. I mean, he
He
didn't even.
didn't. He
I
didn't
think
even finish the inning. I think he went.
yeah, he got out, gave up
Just
3
went two
earned.
thirds.
Yeah,
Or no, he
yeah.
only got one out. He went one third,
Yeah,
three
yeah.
hits,
1 1/3,
three earned
one
runs,
third. Yeah. So I mean,
67.5 ERA.
yeah, it's just. And then right, Chris Stratton after that, like giving up a home run, and then Will Smith doing the same thing. Like just, yeah, it's tough. I mean, you would have liked to save Leclerc, but I think we don't need to dwell. I don't think we need to dwell so much on the negative. I think that's just like
Oh,
the
I'm
recent.
dwelling.
Yeah, I think that's the recency bias. But let's start with the good stuff. Let's start at the top of the game. Who starts for us? Heaney, and then they have their opener. I don't remember their opener's name.
It was
Uh,
somewhere last.
Joe Mantiply.
There you go. Yeah, I
That
wasn't
guy.
gonna attempt that because I'm gonna get cooked by everyone on how
Yeah,
I say last
yeah,
names. So
Leclerc,
I'm just not gonna.
Leclerc.
I'm just not gonna say anyone's name. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, but no, I mean the bats came out hot. Little 2-out rally in the second inning, which I think it was Jeff Passan that tweeted it. That I mean, we didn't know it until after the inning had happened, but end up hitting for the Rangers hit for the cycle in the second inning.
Yeah.
Josh Young has like a big double, kind of just start everything off, and then just kind of goes from there, right? And then I think it ends with Seager. Yeah, it's when
See your home run.
Yeah, Simeon triples, and then it brings in Jankowski and Tavares, and then Seager home run finishes them off. So I mean, second inning after that 5-0, I think we were going crazy. It felt pretty nice, but really, I feel like it was the third inning, right? It's where like that was really like where we were at the highest. Jankowski doubled the center, brought in 2, and then Simeon had a 3-run bomb that brought it to 10-0 at the end of the third. 10 runs, hits the over of the game within 3 innings, just off the Rangers.
All on one team, yeah.
All with the Rangers, all 10 runs with 2 outs. So I think that's like you said, right? That's the Rangers experience that I mean, that's what's made the team so dangerous in the postseason is just the ability to get hot so quickly, right? And the bats are just the bats is just, I mean, you have your ALCS MVP go down. You have a Hall of Fame pitcher that, you know, was like actually showing good stuff, and you were like, okay, well, worst case scenario, we go to Game 7, we're gonna have him to pitch. Both of them go down
Mhm.
today, and then all of a sudden, just team just responds like that. I mean, 10 runs in 3 innings is against a Diamondbacks bullpen that has been pretty good all postseason, right? And I think you and I kind of talked about it yesterday, where um. I think all their games have kind of just been close games, low scoring games. I mean, no more than really like a 6-5, like we saw in Game 1, right? So
Mhm.
just that, like, that response from the team is so like, hey, like, Adolis goes down, we're still gonna have, like, we still have dogs. I mean, Simeon's a dog, and he's kind of been in a slump, but like he's still balling. I mean, Seager's obviously him, and I want to say, do you have that stat from that I sent you on Twitter about
The
the
Reggie
comparison
Jackson
between?
comparison.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Mr.
Yeah. I mean,
October himself, bro. Bad
yeah.
Bunny album song Mr. October gets compared to basically similar numbers with Corey Seager.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, I have it right here. So between
Pull it up,
Corey
yeah.
Seager, Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, they each have 77 postseason career games. Corey Seager, 19 home runs. Reggie Jackson, 18 home runs. RBIs, Corey Seager, 48. Reggie Jackson, 48. I mean, that's just, to have somebody like that, that is, I mean, and then now he's, what is he, 1 home run behind Derek Jeter for most postseason home runs of a shortstop. Like, to have somebody like that on your team is just, it gives you all the confidence in the world that, you can lose somebody like Adolis Garcia that, is kind of like a big boomer bust guy, and has happened to in this time with the Rangers kind of come in big moments. But like, Corey Seager's just that guy that's just gonna be there, and he's gonna carry you. And that those first 3 innings is kind of what you wanted to see, and just the response that we got is something that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, for sure. And we saw, I mean, it was back-to-back 5 spots from the Rangers.
Yeah.
Second and third were just absolutely hot. They all came with 2 outs, by the way.
Yep.
All those runs, we scored 10 runs on 2 outs.
Just mentality,
every
bro.
single time.
Mentality.
Yeah. And back to that, what you said with the Garcia down. Obviously, we went all day without hearing any type of news. Starting lineup took forever to come out, like later than usual.
I heard that I even saw that he hit he hit BP too. Like,
did he actually?
Or
I didn't see that. Wow.
I think that's what I was
Well,
told.
I saw he was
hit
in
BP.
for Bob Nightingale. I'm not gonna listen to anything that man ever says, but he tweeted out like that. Oh, Adolis is in Chase Field, blah blah blah, like in workout clothes, like he's like gonna work out, blah blah blah. So like good news. Within the next hour, Rangers announced, we're taking him off the roster.
Yeah, he's out.
Bringing up Ezekiel, Scherzer's out too, and you're bringing up Brockberg. When I heard the news, I wasn't like, obviously I was a little devastated. I mean, you just lost your ALCS, the guy that has the most ribbies, like I told you. We talked about it yesterday. Most ribbies ever in one postseason run.
Yep.
And I was just like, damn. I said, but you're really going to need Marcus Semien to step up now. And I don't know why it took your big guy, your number 4, number 5, whatever Adolis has been hitting, for him to go out for the rest of the World Series, for you to finally step up with the triple, the home run, first home run in the postseason.
He had 5 RBIs today.
Yeah, that's crazy.
5 RBIs.
Him and Seager and he has. I think does he have 5 RBIs? He has, I think 6 total or 7 total.
Yeah.
And Seager has 6, so he has more RBIs than Seager in the World Series.
Which is unbelievable to think about, just based off that one game.
Because we've been bitching about him. I mean, rightly so, I think.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it is right. I mean, going into today, he had 3 RBIs in the entire postseason.
And you can give it the benefit of doubt of because he's the leadoff spot, but he had 100 RBIs in the regular season as a hit-off spot, the leadoff spot. And with our lineup, you're always going to have opportunities to have people on base with Taveras. Obviously, it changed today, but you had Taveras, Josh Young, and Lowe at the bottom that have. You can say Taveras and Young have been consistently somewhat getting on base. They're giving you opportunities for RBIs, for sure. Yeah. So we can't complain about that. Or at least Semien can. Yeah. But I felt fine. Like you said, we got the whole experience from this year. We got the injuries back-to-back. You lose one of your starting pitchers, Hall of Famer, like you said. You lose your ALCS. Maybe MVP. Could have been MVP for the World Series too, right? Maybe he was trending that direction.
Yeah.
And like another key part where I was thinking, like they were saying, oh, but he didn't do anything yesterday and we still won. I was like, yeah, he just turned the whole game around by gunning
Yeah, with
out Christian Walker.
on defense.
Like you just lose another guy on the defensive end. Like not that
Yeah.
Jankowski's bad. We saw him make a great play towards the end of the game, but
Yeah.
he just nearly does not have the arm. Adolis Garcia has probably the best arm in MLB, or clearly in the postseason for sure in the World Series. But
Yeah.
up for debate for that. But you clearly lose that, and I was really worried. Just like, damn, like I feel like they're just gonna be more aggressive on the base path. If you see someone rounding third, they're probably gonna let him go. They're not gonna debate because it's not Garcia anymore. But yeah, like we said, the whole experience with people go down. You have Jankowski go 2 for 4 today.
I just think that like he was just super impressive on in the batter's box, and I think he did a lot, and just to kind of step in and kind of fill in, and even though he hasn't had a lot of playing time this postseason, I think that I feel like the moment wasn't too big for him, and I think that's something that's like super massive, right? To have from somebody that you can just call upon that hasn't played a lot.
The only disappointing part was like I feel like I've been really like judgmental with Garcia. Like I said, obviously I'm gonna be the most
absolutely
judgmental guy with him when he's striking out and all this. But when he's homering, I'm all over him, right? So that's on me. I'm a hypocrite for sure with him. And Brock Burke, he's always had a soft spot in my heart because last year he was a dog last year, guys. I don't know if you guys remember, but he was one of your best relievers last year. He was a rookie last year. I think he was the pitcher of the year for the Rangers, like for the pitching staff. And then you come into this season and then just slowly, like, I kept thinking, I was like, why is Bochy not trusting him for some reason? Like, he just wasn't trusting him with anything. And clearly we've been seeing why. I don't have his numbers pulled up for this season, but it just slowly he wasn't getting put in high pressure situations. When in last year he was a dog last year. I think he maybe had like a sub 2.3 ERA from the bullpen. And then I'm like, you might be able to see him today. The good thing is that you brought in a bullpen guy, a lefty, for someone to just come in, just an extra pitcher to have in the bullpen. And you go up by a lot, and you get to just be like, okay, tell us why you're here. Like, it just gives opportunity. We're up by like 10 at this point still.
Yeah.
And he can only get one out. And I just feel bad for the guy. Maybe everyone's saying that he's shit and he sucks, but I have a soft spot for Brock Burke. Like, I just feel bad.
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
Yeah, he had a 1, I think it was his ERA last year was sub 2. I think it was 1.97, which
1.97.
Yeah, which that's not something to sneeze at, right?
Yeah.
And just the kind of regression this year. Basically same number of games pitched between this year and last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he pitched a little bit more innings wise last year, but still his ERA jumped from 1.97 to 4.37. So that's a pretty big jump, right? So it just shows like some sort of regression. Some sort of progression, which maybe this is more indicative of like who he is as an actual pitcher, or maybe it's just a bad season. But like, it sucks, man, and it definitely is like, I think that's part of the career path of like, for better or for worse, right, of being a professional athlete. And now because he is like put in the spotlight, and it's not fair, right? But he's put in the spotlight, and he performs bad, and he has an off day. Well, I guarantee there's somebody on Twitter right now that's calling him a piece of shit, and that he needs to go die because he gave up 3 runs in a game where the Rangers were up 10-1. So it sucks, but luckily at the end of the day, right, we did have the lead. The bats were hot. Jonah Heim tacked on an extra run kind of towards the 8th inning maybe. So yeah, man, I don't know. I think for the doom and gloom, that the pessimistic outlook that we have like coming into it, because that was what we just saw as like the game just went final like 20 minutes ago, right? I think still like there's a lot of stuff to be super excited about. At the end of the day, right, like it doesn't matter how you win. In the slightest, it doesn't matter. We kind of mentioned that yesterday.
I was like, we talked about it yesterday,
won. Yeah, at the end of the day, we still won. We're up 3-1. I think we're still undefeated on the road in the
10-0 on the road, man.
Yeah, so I think that at the end of the day, it's something to hang your hat on, right? Like, you're 3-1 up. You have another game on the road. Worst case scenario, you're coming back home. We played pretty well all season. And I know, like, I don't want the series to come back to Texas, but if it does come back to Texas, I think that the crowd's gonna be there. It's gonna be electric. I mean, you're gonna have a lot of like hope, and it'll be a little bittersweet ride to come and win it back here at Globe Life, which would be pretty nice too. But like you said, one game at a time, and if they win tomorrow, I'm okay with that. I don't care. I just want them to win. I think is how I feel.
Yeah, I think everyone does, and I know a lot of people have been thinking. I even thought about it. Obviously, I threw out there like, man, I feel like you just kind of have to win here, right? Your first
Yeah.
one has to be here. But I see it as that. No, fuck that, dude. I'm sorry. Like,
No, just win the game.
you got
Win the game.
you got two of your aces coming up still, right? You still got to see. We're gonna see Uvalde and
Yep.
Montgomery, and you just got to throw everything out tomorrow. I need a big day from Uvalde. Didn't look too good on game one. He got cranked. I mean, I think he was the only one that gave up the 5 because our bullpen didn't give up anything.
Yeah.
So we have to see a big game for him tomorrow, and I just want it to end tomorrow, man. I just need it. I need it.
Yeah. And I think that it's like looking ahead to tomorrow. I think it's good. Chapman didn't pitch today, so that's nice. I think Leclerc only had. I think he had like 14 or 15 pitches. So I mean, he's kind of shown that. I think that he's kind of shown a lot this postseason on just being able to pitch consecutive days. I know going into the postseason, he really wasn't able to pitch 2 days back to back and just had performed pretty poorly. But and I know that was kind of a storyline between him and Chapman. Like both of them just like can't pitch on consecutive days. But I don't know what it is. Like since we got to the postseason, like Leclerc has been able to do that. And so fingers crossed that either one, we don't need him tomorrow, and we can have Chapman finish it out because our bats are hot, and we're able to take a 5-run lead into the ninth and just have Chapman out there. But I mean, worst case scenario, right? Like he hasn't shown any reason why. I mean, Leclerc hasn't really showed any reason why not to have any trust in him coming into it. I mean, what was it? Game one, he had that multi-inning outing anyway,
Yeah.
and ended up getting the win. So yeah, man, I think that there's a lot of optimism for what you can have this season or for tomorrow. Really, I mean, they've always kind of been the guy this postseason, aside from like you said, game one. So I mean, let's try to get it done tomorrow. That'd be nice.
If you had money just laying around, which I don't think you do because you just came back from that big ass trip, but let's just say you did, right? Just
Yeah.
say you did.
Okay.
How much money would you put down for Leclerc to be? Did I say that right? Leclerc? Is that how you say it?
Leclerc, yeah, Leclerc. Yeah.
Leclerc, whatever, blah. 2, for him to be World Series MVP.
I think it's a good shout. I think it deserves more conversation than the possibility of it actually happening.
Yeah, that's
Does that
how I
make
see
sense?
it.
Right.
Mhm.
So I think like the most I'd put down like I don't know like $50. It's probably like the most I would do. But like I think that's also going to be long odds. But
Yeah,
I think realistically it's probably going to be Corey Seager. It's probably going to be the
I
guy
think so
that does
too.
it, and deservingly. But I think that if there's a number 2, right? I think that it's kind of hard pressed to find somebody else. I mean, Adolis could be somebody that you could say, but like he was hurt after game 3, so you're not really going to say him. But like, I mean, just the clutch moments that Leclerc has had, I think it's pretty impressive.
No, yeah, because I'm looking it up right now. So Corey Seager is obviously the favorite. I think this was probably before today, but I mean, it's minus 170.
Yeah,
Clearly.
which I think that makes
Tommy
sense.
Pham is the next guy, plus 950. So $10 gets you 105. Just putting the money on Tommy Pham. So I can't even imagine if you were to. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think this definitely should be a conversation that we're saying. Like I think, like you bringing up game one, for him to go those 2 innings
Yeah,
and get
it was
the World
crucial.
Series, get the game 1 win, keeping the game level, and then just having the opportunity to win that game that we weren't supposed to win. If we're being honest, again, we weren't supposed to win game 1. We were not in that game at all.
No.
So and like you said, it's been the guy that we just keep going back at it. But
Yeah,
I would have loved it to see if it would be him, just because I know it's mostly an offensive award, almost like the MVP for the NFL, like a quarterback award.
Yeah, and I think you're right, and I think that I think he's been as vital of a piece as really anybody. I mean, you've had like some good outings from your starting pitching. But I mean, just throughout the postseason, I think that Leclerc has been somebody that's been like, I mean, just so important to be there, and like it's just kind of that steady hand. I think he had one bad outing maybe in the postseason, and it was
It was that
maybe
blown
against
save
Houston.
against the Astros. Yeah, it was that blown save
Yeah,
against the Astros.
but
But
like
there was
outside of
multiple
that,
games where he was going out there for 4-out saves or even
yeah,
5.
exactly. And like just outside of that, I think he's been kind of like locked down, and it's, I mean, shades of like back in like 2010, 2011, like Neftali Feliz being out there. So,
Mm.
and like I said, nothing juices me up more than just watching him like fucking just pump in a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and just
Yep.
stand there and like just
You
strut
saw
it
that boy
out. So
sprinting, trying to get that last out too.
yeah, so I
That
don't know,
boy
man.
wanted
I
that
think
last out.
he wanted it. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of optimism to be had for tomorrow. My gut tells me it's going back to Game 6 in DFW, but don't want that to happen. I think that's just what my gut says. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. That's it.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll see. And
But
again, just props to the. I mean, kind of hard to look at good stuff from pitching, but I mean, props to Heaney for going 5. I'm
yeah,
probably
100%.
positive that that was not the plan for him to go
Yeah,
5. I was praying for him to go 3. He
yeah.
goes 5. Dunning goes
I think we
1. Yeah, because I think he saves him. Because I think he still wants to use Dunning eventually tomorrow, just in like
yeah,
emergency case. Because again, Dunning hasn't thrown that many pitches. He threw 16 today. I think that almost
yep.
matches his tally for the whole World Series in the
Yeah,
past 3 games,
I think he's at, yeah, I think he was at like 16 or
something
something.
around there.
I think
Yeah,
he's probably thrown like 16 or in that ballpark 3 times. Maybe
mm,
because he pitched in Game 2 also. So
yeah.
yeah, I think the first 3 guys that you had out, I mean, Heaney, Dunning, and then Cody Bradford. I think that,
Cody Bradford, dude, has been absolutely
yeah,
stellar, dude.
and I think it's right. It's nice to not have that super big like the stress on Dunning and Bradford, and that way, like
Mm.
if you need them tomorrow, like you have them. But I
I
mean, like
think
you
they're
said,
definitely
I
gonna be
think it's,
valuable pieces in case Uvalde doesn't
yeah,
get through a certain amount.
yeah. I think it's gonna be all hands on deck, and I think that, I mean, I don't know if John Gray probably won't be ready after pitching 3 innings on
Yeah,
yesterday. That'd be, I mean, what, 1 day's rest basically, so 2 days rest, I guess. So I would imagine you're gonna have Bradford, Dunning, and probably Martin Perez are probably the 3 guys that you have available for like that long to like medium range,
yeah,
that medium range help, and then you have, I guess, Chapman and Leclerc
yeah.
again,
Good
or I don't
thing.
know. I
That's a
mean,
good thing. You didn't see Spores or Chapman today.
Spores,
You
yeah.
give them that good
I
rest.
guess,
So if you can get up to the 7, 8, 9, the setup guys,
yeah, yep.
dude, that's yeah,
That's
you'd be
what you
solid.
need. So yeah, so I mean, hopefully Evaldi goes like 5, maybe 6 would be super crucial, and then saves Dunning and Bradford to go one of those 2 to go 1, and then you
Mm.
got your 7, 8, 9 combo of Spores, Chapman, and let Leclerc finish it out.
Yeah, I think that's only
But
right.
that's it,
I
man.
am really pissed that we were able to see Leclerc today. That's what pissed me off, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
no,
Once I
no,
saw him
I
warming
agree. I
up,
think that's valid.
I just really wanted to get that one rest, and like, if it had to be tomorrow, like, I want him all hands on deck, no excuses of anything, that because he'd be going on 3 days in a row if he
Yeah,
pitches tomorrow.
yeah, which is a lot, especially, I mean, especially for somebody like a closer, right? That's throwing like the high
Throws
velocity.
that
I think it's
fast,
tough.
yeah, throws that velocity. but
But
yeah, we did it,
anyway,
dude.
man,
Rangers are up
yeah,
3-1. We're 1 win.
that's it,
I
man.
still can't, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not processing. I'm not there yet. And this is weird to me. I don't know
Yeah, it's
when
a
it's
weird
gonna
feeling.
hit, but I'm just like the game. Like, the game was regular, and I was like, do we give up a homer right now? It's be a 2-run score or 2-run game with 2 outs,
Yeah,
and I was just like, and then we finally got the out, and I was like, holy shit! I think
yeah,
I've just
one
been
game away.
through more than enough. A Rangers fan just by itself, and then you can throw in
Yeah,
DFW on top of that. Just a DFW sports fan in general. I know how things can go. So I need to wait until I see the last out,
yeah,
everything, and then I think that's when it's gonna hit me.
yeah. No, 100%. And I think that it's definitely right. Like, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself because, I mean, we saw what happened in 2011 too, right? Like, I mean, we were pretty much down to the last few outs, and
The
then
closest you could probably ever be to a World Series twice.
yeah, it's tough. It's brutal. So yeah, man, just one game at a time, and I think
That's what
it's
we've been
good. I
doing.
mean, that's
Yeah.
it, man. But any final thoughts, anything like that? I know we wrap it up. Try to keep it short, sweet.
And that's all I got. Go and win it for me, guys. Please keep proving me wrong, and I'll believe it when it happens. I'm just waiting to wake up from this dream.
Yeah, man, I agree. I think I don't think I definitely can tell you at the start of the season we weren't expecting this. I think we can tell you multiple times throughout June,
Wow.
July, August, September that we weren't going to expect this, but it's been a fun ride. And
We were on a hell of a roller coaster, dude.
yeah, and I think that this is something we can reflect on after we win the World Series. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. But
Fuck, we're so
with
close.
that, yeah, we're close. But with that being said, guys, that is it for the World Series Game 4. It's a reaction of the Rangers and Diamondbacks. Thank you guys so much for checking out the content that we have on Instagram, social, TikTok,
Yeah, keep
YouTube
showing us
Shorts,
love.
YouTube. Go like, subscribe on rate 5 stars on podcast platforms. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify. I think we're on Google, iHeartRadio. If you guys do that, but we're on all that stuff. So please go give us a listen there. Tell your friends. But with that is all we got for this week, or I guess tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow after Game 5, and hopefully we're celebrating a World Series championship. But with that, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.